The Tapestry of Intent, weaving spiritual insights with the threads of desire. In our exploration of spiritual texts, we find that they are not merely collections of sacred words, but are profound guides that illuminate the pathway to manifesting our deepest desires. These texts across various traditions speak to the universal human experience, our longing, our aspirations, and our pursuit of a fulfilled life. How then do these ancient wisdoms connect with the very modern concept of manifesting our desires? Let's explore this intricate relationship. First, let's consider the principle of intention that pervades many spiritual doctrines. In the Bhagavad Gita, for instance, Krishna speaks to Arjuna about the importance of doing one's duty without attachment to the results. This might initially appear counterintuitive when discussing manifestation, which seems inherently tied to desiring a specific outcome. However, if we look deeper, there's a powerful lesson about purity of intention. When our actions are aligned with our true self and detached from the need for a specific outcome, we open ourselves to a higher range of possibilities. How often do you act with pure intention without overly attaching to the outcome? Moving from Hindu to Buddhist texts, we encounter the concept of right intention, one of the steps on the Noble Eightfold Path. Here, intention is again emphasized but framed around the avoidance of desires rooted in selfish craving. This teaches us that the nature of our desires profoundly influences the outcomes of our manifesting efforts. It suggests a question worthy of deep reflection. Are your desires coming from a place of ego, or are they aligned with a greater good? Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. In the biblical tradition, particularly in the book of Matthew, Jesus talks about the power of faith and belief. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. Here, the connection between spiritual faith and the manifestation of desires is explicit. The key element is belief, unwavering confidence in the unseen. Reflect on this. How strong is your faith in the unseen? And how does this faith shape your ability to manifest your desires? Let us also draw upon the Islamic tradition, where the concept of tawakkul, trust in God's plan, plays a pivotal role. This form of trust does not advocate for passive resignation, but rather for taking assertive action with the faith that the outcomes are divinely guided. This presents a dynamic interplay between personal effort and divine will. How do you balance your personal efforts with surrender to a higher will? Lastly, the Tao Te Ching offers wisdom on the power of yielding and simplicity. Lao Tzu writes about the virtue of being like water, soft yet powerful, yielding yet persistent. In the context of manifestation, this teaches us the power of adaptability and resilience. The lesson here is about flowing with life's currents rather than against them, which can often lead to greater fulfillment of our desires. Consider this. In what ways might you be going against the natural flow of your life, and how can you align more harmoniously with it? As we digest these insights, we see that manifesting our desires isn't just about wanting something and making it happen. It's deeply intertwined with spiritual principles such as intention, detachment, belief, trust, and simplicity. Each of these principles offers a unique lens through which we can view and refine our approach to life and manifestation. Harmonizing spiritual wisdom with practical action. A blueprint for manifestation. As we continue our exploration into the profound connections between spiritual principles and the power to manifest desires, it is essential to translate these abstract concepts into concrete, practical strategies. This translation from the spiritual to the practical forms the bridge that enables us to apply ancient wisdom to modern-day aspirations. To begin with, let's revisit the principle of intention from the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna advises Arjuna to perform his duty without attachment to the outcomes. This can be a transformative approach in our daily lives. It involves focusing on the quality and sincerity of our actions rather than being fixated on the results. Implementing this requires a shift in mindset. Each morning, as you plan your day, align your tasks with your core values and commit to performing them as offerings to the universe, devoid of the burden of expectation. What might change in your daily experience if you truly let go of controlling the outcome? Next, the Buddhist concept of right intention underscores the importance of pure motives. This can be integrated into our manifestation practices by regularly examining the roots of our desires. Take time each week to reflect on your goals and aspirations. Write them down and ask yourself, do these desires serve a greater good? Are they benefiting others as well as myself? This practice not only purifies your intentions but also aligns your actions with the collective well-being, which can dramatically increase the power of your manifestations. From the biblical perspective, the emphasis on faith and belief as expressed in the book of Matthew highlights the necessity of a deep-seated trust in the process. To cultivate this, engage in daily affirmations or meditations that reinforce your belief in your capability and the universe's support. Visualization techniques can be particularly powerful here. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself having already achieved your desires. Feel the emotions associated with that achievement: joy, gratitude, peace, and carry these feelings throughout your day. How might your day unfold differently if it is infused with such powerful, positive emotions? In the Islamic tradition, tawakkul, or trust in God's plan, teaches us about the balance between effort and surrender. To practice this, after doing all you can towards achieving your goals, engage in a simple surrender ritual. This could involve a prayer, a physical gesture like open hands, or a verbal affirmation such as, "I have done my best, and now I leave the outcome to the higher wisdom." This practice helps to relieve the anxiety associated with the need to control outcomes and fosters a peaceful state of mind conducive to receiving what is best for you. Lastly, the Taoist principle of being like water teaches us flexibility and resilience. Incorporate this into your life by adopting a more adaptable approach to challenges. When faced with obstacles, instead of forcing your way through, pause and consider alternative paths. Ask yourself, what would water do? Water finds the path of least resistance, flowing around obstacles, not confronting them head-on. These strategies are not just techniques, but are profound practices that can transform your life. They require consistent application and a heart open to change. As we proceed, we will explore how to deepen these practices and integrate them even more fully into our daily lives, ensuring that our journey of manifestation is as enriching as it is successful. Deepening the connection. Integrating daily practices for profound life changes. As we deepen our understanding of how spiritual principles can guide us in manifesting our desires, it becomes clear that consistency is key. Daily practices not only reinforce our commitments, but also transform our very being, aligning us more closely with the energies that facilitate manifestation. Let's explore how we can embed these spiritual teachings into our daily life to cultivate a fertile ground for our aspirations to flourish. Building on the principle of intentional action without attachment, a daily meditation practice can be profoundly transformative. Each morning, spend a few minutes in meditation focusing on the breath or a mantra that resonates with your spiritual beliefs. This practice centers your mind, helping you approach your day with a calm, detached perspective. During this meditation, visualize yourself performing your daily activities with full presence and dedication, but without clinging to how the outcomes must unfold. How might your stress levels change if you truly embrace the flow of life in each moment? Incorporating the practice of examining the purity of your intentions, as suggested by Buddhist teachings, into a daily journaling routine can also be effective. Each evening, write down the key decisions you made throughout the day and the intentions behind them. Were these decisions driven by self-interest, or were they aligned with a higher purpose? This introspection not only refines your future actions but also clears your mental and emotional space, making your desires more transparent and your actions more potent. To strengthen your faith and belief in your capabilities and the support of the universe, create a faith log, a simple notebook where you record every instance where something turned out positively, especially when the outcome was uncertain. Over time, reviewing this log will build your confidence in the unseen forces and your belief system. It serves as a tangible reminder that faith, coupled with action, does yield results. Practicing tawakkul, the Islamic principle of divine trust, can be woven into your routine through mindful acknowledgement of the efforts you have put into your day. Before going to sleep, reflect on the day's efforts and verbally or mentally affirm your trust in the higher power to take care of the outcomes. This not only promotes a restful sleep but also reinforces your subconscious trust in a power greater than yourself, easing needless worry about the future. Finally, adopting the Taoist way of being like water can translate into daily flexibility exercises, both physical and mental. Yoga or gentle stretching can be a literal interpretation, teaching your body to be more flexible. Simultaneously, challenge your mind to consider different perspectives or alternative solutions when faced with a problem. This dual approach not only enhances your physical and mental health, but also makes you more adaptable in achieving your desires, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. These practices form a comprehensive daily routine that not only grounds you in spiritual wisdom, but also empowers you to manifest your deepest desires with clarity and peace. As we continue, we will explore how to maintain these practices amid life's inevitable ups and downs, and how to adjust them as we grow and our desires evolve. Sustaining spiritual growth, navigating life's ebb and flow. As we continue on this transformative journey, understanding how to maintain and adapt our spiritual practices during various life phases is crucial. Life is inherently dynamic, filled with both challenges and triumphs. It is essential to have strategies that not only withstand these fluctuations but also thrive within them, enabling us to continue manifesting our desires with resilience and wisdom. One of the first steps in sustaining spiritual growth is recognizing that our spiritual practices might need to evolve as we do. Just as seasons change, so too can our needs and practices. This requires a keen sense of self-awareness. Regular self-assessment is key, perhaps through a monthly review where you reflect on what practices are currently serving you well and what might need adjustment. Are there new challenges or desires that require a shift in your approach? This reflection ensures that your practices remain fresh and relevant to your life's current circumstances. Another important aspect is cultivating a community or finding a mentor who shares your spiritual values. Such relationships provide support, inspiration, and practical advice. They can offer a different perspective when you face obstacles or feel your faith waning. Engaging in group meditations, attending workshops, or simply having heartfelt discussions with like-minded individuals can greatly enhance your resilience and motivation. How might connecting with others who share your spiritual outlook enhance your journey? It is also vital to integrate flexibility into your spiritual practices. While consistency is important, rigidity can lead to stagnation. If a particular practice no longer brings you peace or seems like a chore, it might be time to explore other forms of spiritual expression. For example, if seated meditation becomes difficult, perhaps try walking meditations or engage in mindful gardening. By staying open to different methods, you ensure that your spiritual practice is a joy rather than a burden. What are some new practices you might explore to keep your spiritual journey invigorating? In addition to flexibility, there is a profound strength in simplicity. In times of stress or overwhelming situations, simplifying your practices can help maintain continuity without feeling overburdened. This might mean shortening your meditation time, focusing on one key spiritual reading instead of multiple, or even concentrating on simple breathing exercises. Remember, the goal is to support your spiritual and emotional well-being, not to add to your stress. What simple practices could you rely on during more demanding times? Lastly, the practice of gratitude plays a crucial role in sustaining spiritual growth. Make it a habit to regularly acknowledge and appreciate the positive aspects of your life and your spiritual journey. This could be through keeping a gratitude journal, sharing your appreciations with friends or family, or even silent reflection. Gratitude not only uplifts your spirit but also shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundantly present, which aligns with the law of attraction and enhances your manifesting power. By incorporating these strategies into your life, you ensure that your spiritual practices are not only maintained but are also a source of strength and inspiration, regardless of life's unpredictable nature. As you continue to deepen and adapt your spiritual routine, you build a resilient foundation that supports the continued manifestation of your desires.